What would happen if the sun went out? Part 1. The day the sun went dark. It happened without warning. One moment the sun was shining as it had for 4.6 billion years. The next it vanished. No explosion, no fading, just gone. Within 8 minutes, Earth plunged into darkness. The sky turned black. Stars emerged in midday, and the temperature began to drop. According to Newtonian mechanics, Earth would continue orbiting the now empty point in space for a short time. But without the sun's gravitational pull, it would eventually drift away into the void. Yet the more immediate crisis was the loss of solar radiation, the energy source that powers nearly every biological and atmospheric process on Earth. Within hours, photosynthesis ceased. Plants, deprived of light, began to shut down their metabolic processes. Within days, leaves wilted and oxygen production halted. Within weeks, herbivores began to starve, followed by carnivores. The food chain collapsed. Temperatures dropped rapidly. Within a year, the average global temperature fell below minus 40 degrees Celsius. Oceans began to freeze from the surface down. Only geothermal vents and deep-sea ecosystems remained active, sustained by Earth's internal heat. Humans, however, adapted. Underground cities were built near geothermal hotspots: Iceland, Kamchatka, Yellowstone. Nuclear reactors became lifelines, powering heat, light, and hydroponic farms. Artificial photosynthesis, a technology once considered niche, became essential. Using LED arrays and carbon dioxide scrubbers, scientists recreated the conditions for plant growth. According to research from the Max Planck Institute, artificial photosynthesis can produce glucose and oxygen from CO2 and water using electrical energy, bypassing sunlight entirely. 10 years after the blackout, humanity had stabilized underground. Surface life was extinct except for extremophiles. The atmosphere had thinned due to cooling, and Earth's magnetic field, no longer interacting with solar wind, weakened, allowing more cosmic radiation to reach the surface. The Moon, now a cold gray sentinel, orbited silently above. 50 years in, Earth had become a planet of tunnels and domes. Genetic engineering advanced rapidly. Plants were modified to grow under low light and high CO2. Animals were cloned and adapted to artificial habitats. Human physiology began to change. Paler skin, larger pupils, and enhanced vitamin D synthesis through engineered gut bacteria. According to a 2042 study by the European Bioadaptation Council, these traits emerged in isolated populations within just 2 generations. After a century, Earth was unrecognizable. The surface was a frozen wasteland, but beneath it, life persisted. Humanity had become a species of engineers and survivors, yet the longing for the sky remained. And so began the Lunar Beacon Project, a plan to bring light back to Earth, not from the sun, but from the Moon. Part 2. Lunar Light and the Rebirth of Earth. 100 years after the sun's disappearance, the Moon became humanity's new lighthouse. Massive orbital reflectors and fusion-powered projectors were installed across its surface, designed to beam artificial light toward Earth. These beacons used high-efficiency plasma arc systems, powered by deep space energy harvesting. Without the sun, traditional solar panels were useless. Instead, scientists turned to cosmic ray energy conversion and quantum vacuum fluctuation harvesting, technologies based on the Casimir effect and zero-point energy theories proposed by physicists like Harold Puthoff and Nassim Haramein. The Moon's orbit, with its predictable cycles, allowed for timed illumination. Regions directly beneath the lunar path received consistent light, while others remained in darkness. Equatorial zones became artificial tropics, while polar regions remained frozen. The Sahara, once a desert, bloomed under lunar beams. Meanwhile, parts of Canada and Siberia became permanent night zones, evolving into cold deserts. Plants responded to the new light spectrum. Using genetically modified chloroplasts tuned to plasma wavelengths, photosynthesis resumed. Mosses and lichens were the first to return, followed by engineered crops. Animals were reintroduced gradually, starting with insects and amphibians. According to a 2,125 report by the Global Ecological Restoration Council, biodiversity increased by 40% in illuminated zones within 2 decades. Humans emerged from underground. Skin tones diversified. Some populations developed bioluminescent patches for communication in low light. Eyes grew larger, adapted to dim conditions. A new fashion emerged. Reflective clothing designed to maximize lunar light absorption. Architecture changed too. Buildings were built with light-channeling towers and photosynthetic walls. The moon itself became a hub of civilization. Lunar cities powered the beacons and hosted research labs, observatories, and launch stations. Earth and moon formed a binary ecosystem, one providing light, the other life. The project was hailed as the greatest feat of post-solar engineering. Though the sun was gone, Earth had not died. It had adapted, evolved, and reclaimed its place in the cosmos, not as a passive receiver of light, but as a self-sustaining world illuminated by human ingenuity.